Dames en heren, welkom bij deze gloednieuwe video van mij Wesley en we gaan weer verder met Final Fantasy vandaag. Ik weet even zo in mijn hoofd niet waar we gebleven waren. Right things wrong, dus zien we met deze... Ah ja, we waren met... ja, dat is dus wat misgaan met de opnames, waardoor er een stuk uit de vorige video mist. Namelijk dat wij met de dame naar een plek gingen. En ja, daar moeten we dus nu verder.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then? Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
Ja, de dame, daar zijn we dus mee naar deze plaats gegaan. Die heeft ons langs de bewaking geholpen. Dus ja, dat is wat niet op camera staat. Dus ik kan het ook moeilijk uitleggen even nog. Maar ja, we gaan hier met de mensen praten.
Escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. He'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison.
Oké.
Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
We moeten volgens mij naar de dame weer. Dus de mevrouw die ons hier gebracht heeft.
Heard the bones fell favorably.
Deze soldier.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in war. Yeah, Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you. Moore is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Nou, en dan gaan we weer terug.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moore. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Nou, moeten we weer met iemand anders praten, zo te zien. Dit zijn wat iets saaiere stukjes nog. Uiteindelijk, dat hebben we het ook al eerder gezien in andere video's, dat even eerst eens rustig praten en daarna ja, komt de actie weer. Wij moeten nu daarheen. Moet ik eens een uitgang vinden hier.
Think I might see you tonight?
Die is hier.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
That's enough for today, Branded.
That's enough daddying. Up, the lot of you. There's still work to be done.
If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
Oi, don't touch anything.
Weren't expecting any new Branded until the new moon.
You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
Daar.
Are you
We moeten met hem praten nu dus.
The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarrelling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a Branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
Okay. Speak with the trader. No. Oh. Speak with the traveling trader. No.
What's this? A Branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. Oh, what is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes. Yes, that's right.
He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one.
But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value, and was quite vehement about my appraisal.
I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the Dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
Dan moeten we dus weer verder.
It smells of death here, Torgal.
Kijk, we hebben iets van actiekarren houden.
Wolves. We can't let them get any closer to the village.
Sick of Torgal! Don't let them get away! There, boy! You know what to do, boy. Not this time. Sick of trouble. You know what to do, boy.
Oké. Ook die zijn verslagen.
Damn it all. Bodies. A man and a woman.
Die hebben wat te pakken gehad, die wolven.
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry. So it is you, Tatien.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to sea every night. You said her name was Tatien.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's gonna find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the Dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the Dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
I need to tell Isabel. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
Weren't expecting any new brandy.
If it was a message...
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then? I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
De quest, de Dame is gecomplete. Dus ja, we gaan weer verder met we gaan nu weer verder.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Not to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
En nu gaan wij weer verder. Yeah, shit.
Any trouble on the way?
En
None worth
zes.
mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
Oh ja, we wouden naar die toren of zo, daar was zit of zo heen. Geen idee wat we daar gaan doen, maar goed. Hier een filmpje.
Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut. And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools. And the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. Aye, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
Oké. Wij gaan nu hierheen. Drake's Head. En even kijken wat daar allemaal gaat gebeuren nu. Dat is een van 4.
There are not nearly enough men here.
Then it's fortunate the city guard doesn't take sentry assignment as seriously as you do. This bodes well.
Won't be a first. This may not be such a terrible plan after all.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Only that your last secret shortcut was nowhere near as secret as you claimed.
Yeah, but that's half the fun of it. Life's too short for perfect plans. You want a plan that'll keep you on your toes, stop you growing old and complacent.
Worked for you, has it?
Clive, my boy, even life's smallest challenges offer the opportunity to grow and to change. You must embrace these moments. Allow them to suffuse your heart with a deep sense of fulfillment.
Narrowly escaping death at the hands of an enemy is not my idea of fulfillment.
Something wrong?
Not at all. Just wondering if the two of you had finished.
Right. We make for the Mother Crystal's heart as planned. Destroy it and the whole thing should come tumbling down.
And if the passage to the inner sanctum is guarded?
Then we embrace the moment and use it to grow and change.
Oké. Wij moeten dus een Mother Crystal volgens mij kapot maken. Ik ga heel eerst even kijken of ik wat ability points heb. Om een beetje extra voor te bereiden op een gevecht. Niet echt. Deze kan ik wel doen trouwens. Goed, wij gaan dus naar een van de Mother Crystal wat kapot gemaakt moet worden. Dus ik ben benieuwd waar wij gaan belanden.
Alright, not quite empty. Let's get this over with. I swear this passage used to be secret.
Of course it did.
Perfect plans, Clive. Perfect plans.
Keep your distance, boy. Stay down or take me.
Ik vraag wel af waar we nu binnen zijn. Is dit dan het kasteel van die ene man die we in een andere video aan het eind zagen nadat we bij Phoenix Gate geweest waren. Die waarschijnlijk iets met Benedicta te maken heeft weer. Dat zou wel kunnen. Waar is het gebleven? Oh, die is daar.
It never stood a chance.
You're welcome.
The main tunnel.
That would be my guess. There are sentries everywhere.
But all good things must come to an end. We might have a bit more company from now on.
Oké. Hier zijn wel iets meer zo te zien. Nou, laten we maar gewoon erin springen. Halen. Hé, er gebeurt wat. Oh jee.
I think this may be the moment I was talking about earlier.
What have we here? More insects come to be squashed? You will find my mortar and I only too happy to oblige.
Oh, het is niet best.
We talk, yeah?
Then let's shut him up.
Not this time. You know what? A little help. Well done, Torvald. Get him, boy. You know what to do. Too slow. Not this time.
Do you feel like something in the air?
Ether. It's ether.
Then we better make this quick.
Torgal! Torgal! Get him! Sick of Torgal!
Zo. Oké. Oh, hij komt terug.
Oh, bollocks. He's got a Kashyyyk.
Oké, nou moet ik heel erg oppassen.
Poor wretch.
Save your pity.
Zo.
We'll get on in return. There's nothing left of him but hatred and rage.
Let's end his torment.
Not this time. You know what to do, boy.
En we hebben hem. Best gevecht dit, maar we hebben hem verslagen.
I'll never get used to that. The Kashiko know he was still a man. A man who drowned in ether.
It's no way for anyone to go.
Come on.
Goed, en dit vind ik ook een mooi moment om deze video in ieder geval af te sluiten. Het begon een beetje saai met een beetje praten en al, maar uiteindelijk kwam de actie loslaten met natuurlijk ook een bossfight aan het eind. Voor nu in ieder geval bedankt voor het kijken naar deze video. Like deze video, abonneer op mijn kanaal als je dat nog niet gedaan hebt. En dan ja, zie ik jullie gewoon weer in een volgende Final Fantasy video. En dan gaan we gewoon verder in ja, dit kasteel achter dit waar we nu zijn. Ik heb geen idee wat echt de eindbaas is. Ik heb een idee, die man die we in een andere video zagen aan het eind, die wellicht iets van Benedicta nog weg heeft. Dat, zodat misschien dat die Benedicta zo goed kende of goede bondgenoten waren. Maar hoe dit allemaal verder gaat, ja, dat is weer voor een volgende video. In ieder geval voor nu bedankt voor het kijken. En dan zeg ik tot de volgende keer.